The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
The Shin of the Rav was very makbid. No one should be in the mikveh before him. No one should be in the mikveh before him. And he once went to the mikveh, and he was married. Somebody was there before. And he came out, and he was very, very angry. They said, "Who was in the mikveh before me?" And there was one guy there, and this person didn't have any children. And Shin of the Rav said, You! He said, "This year a Ben Zachar." Kachavi had a Ben Zachar that year, and the Shin of the Rav was a Samdir. So the Shin of the Rav said, it's not a moifis. He was so angry at the person that he saw right away, I'm getting into trouble over here. He had to convert that kas to bracha. Once I converted the kas to bracha, then it's pashut that it would have happened. There's no shaila. Memes with Tzaddik talks, the same is true. And when a person is overwhelmed by the greatest level of apikorsis he ever had in his life, because he's really upset about something, and you say, you know what? Even though I'm going to believe in you, Hashem. You turn it over, or a person is overwhelmed with a tremendous amount of taiva, and he converts it. The conversion process is much more powerful. That's the Nichem Hashem Tzia, Nichem Kol Chaveiseha. We say in this week's Haftarah, Yasem Midbara Ke'eden. The Eden has to come from a midbar. The real power of Eden comes only after Nesiyainas. After you're living a life in the midbar, you're lost. Your lips are parched. It's hungry. There's no end to your tzaras. And you're doing your best to try to smile. Out of the very golden sand of the midbar becomes the Eden. Out of the Arava comes the Gan Hashem. And that's the Lahavas Hashem B'chol Levavcha, the Shnei Yitzrecha. There's the Kayach of doing it. There's a Yid reminded me today of a story that happened to him. He says, this story happened to me. He asked me not to say his name, but I know, told me, gave me all his information. He said that he lives in a small town, not a small town, but a small section. There's one shul over there. And the first year they gave him after Yaina, and there was no one to bid it, so he gave a certain amount of money for it. It became like every year it was automatic, he gets the after Yaina. One year somebody else moved onto the block. Somebody else moved onto the block. This guy started bidding for after Yaina. He said, what do you mean? He said, come on, he gets it. And he spent $1,000 for after Yaina. Everybody was very upset. Everyone knows that whoever it is, Rav Shmerel, gets after Yaina. So the next year, he comes ready, and they start bidding against each other. They're outbidding each other. And he spends a guzma of money, and he gets the after Yaina. The original person gets the after Yaina, and the other guy loses it. You know, I outbought him. I got back my after Yaina. He looks at this other guy, looks at himself, and the Gabbai calls him over. Okay, I'm being mechabed him at Maftiya. My competitor. I'm being mechabed. I bought it for him. And that person gives him this look, and they go over and and he goes up and he takes them after Yaina. So this person wrote to me actually, that he has a 14-year-old child and an 11-year-old child, and that year he had a baby girl. And the person who got them after Yaina, that he was mechabed to, didn't have children until then, and that year he was able to a child. So you understand what it means, that the Archaim HaKadosh says, if there's a level of ahava, if there's a level of being mahapach, anger, then all of a sudden there's a conversion to bracha, is on a completely different level, which is on a much higher level, a much higher madrega.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org